Social media, we understand what it is and how connected to it many of us are. And according to a Forbes article titled Gallup, Teens Spend More Time on Social Media Than on Homework, published by Brad Agate, it states, the Gallup survey found over half, 51% of U.S. teens ages 13 to 19 spend a minimum of 4 hours daily on social media and at an average of 4.8 hours every day on social media. This shows that teens aren't new to social media and most happen to use it every single day. And today I want to talk to you about the pros and cons of social media, its effects on teens, and finally social media and its risks. This graph over to the side, it shows the average use of social media every single day from different age groups, but today I will be talking mainly about this one, with 16 to 24-year-olds being the main focus. First, I want to get into the pros and cons that come with social media. According to Britannica's articles, Pro and Con Social Media, it states that Americans consumed about 53 minutes of news per day. And according to Flix, a site that provides cord-cutting tools for people looking to ditch their cable boxes, there was an increase for 22 minutes. Facebook was the primary social media platform for sources for coronavirus news, 35.8% of people surveyed, followed by Twitter or X with 17%, and YouTube at 16.3%. The article also says some pros of social media are social media promotes a community that can translate into or supplement offline relationships, and this shows that friendships and relationships can bloom and explode using things like Instagram and Facebook. Though, more recently, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter are all really good examples of social media. Social media platforms and people post and meet new friends. Some cons, however, looking at Britannica's articles of pros and cons again, it states that social media promotes cyberbullying that spills into offline life, and social media encourages the spread of misinformation. Social media can be heavily controversial as well. From personal experience, I have seen a lot of drama on social media, and it almost thrives there. Controversies are very common, and people with varying opinions will voice those to get anger and different emotions out of people and to use them to manipulate emotions, basically. And according to a helpguide.org, in an article titled Social Media and Mental Health, published by Help Guide, it states, while virtual interaction on social media doesn't have the same psychological benefits as face-to-face contact, there are still many positive ways in which it can help you stay connected and support your well-being. The article also goes into detail about the different pros and cons found within social media. Like Britannica's article, there are also cons that tie back into my point about political views and controversies on social media. And that leads me into the effects on teens. According to Psychology Today's article based on titled The Pros and Cons of Social Media for Youth, titled by Libby Ma, participants reported that social media helped to create an intimacy with friends and could improve popularity. Youth who said they were shy reported having an easier time making friends through social media. And that leads me back into the point with social media helping people make better friendships and growing closer and having the availability to talk to each other. Social media can also help those when it comes to online dating and relationships that they may not be able to see each other every single day, so they'll rely on texting over social media apps. And many people use social media to form relationships or to meet people. However, according to Psychology Today's same article, it states, study participants also reported a feeling of disconnection associated with relationships on social media. Some youths felt rejected or left out when their social media post did not receive the feedback that they wanted or they expected. Others reported feeling frustrated, lonely, or paranoid about being left out. And this shows that social media, though it has a lot of positives, there are still some negative aspects to social media that can take away from people's mental health. Which leads me to my next point, which is the risks of social media. According to Columbia Mailman School for Public Health, in an article titled, Just How Harmful is Social Media? Our Experts Weigh In, it states that internal research by the social media giant found that Instagram worsened body image issues for 1 in 3 teenage girls. And all teenagers users of the app linked it to experiences of anxiety and depression. And social media platforms are usually positive, however, there are negatives in cases where girls have been negatively affected by social media, reported cases of anxiety and stress, and sometimes even suicidal thoughts, and that they may need to reach out and get help for. To wrap up, I'd like to reiterate that social media has its pros and cons, and it also can have its effects on teenagers that might not always be best for growing children. And lastly, the risks of social media. Social media is a great platform to meet people and make friends on, but also make sure to keep your safety in mind when it comes to being online and out there in the world, and to reach out when you think you need help, and learn to limit usage sometimes on those apps when you think it's getting too bad. Some helpful resources that I've found are the National Cybersecurity Alliance and helpguide.org. They both are great websites that you can use to find help, like National Cybersecurity Alliance, in the end, to find ways to help yourself limit usage on your phone or on social media itself, as well as to help yourself find ways to keep yourself protected and your information to yourself and make sure it doesn't get out to others. Helpguide.org is a great way to get help in the case that you are dealing with something stressful, or you may be one of those girls that are experiencing the suicidal thoughts that come from social media. Thank you.